What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. I am your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-host Josh and John Luke. But we are that is you guys. How are you guys doing today? Before I skip over you again.
Great.
We are joined by special guest today. Good friend of the show, even greater friend of Josh, and he's a contributor and ranker over at Fantasy Pros, Donald Gibson. How's it going, man?
Hey guys, how's it going? Happy to be here. Hopefully, I've heard a lot about how good Josh is, so hopefully we can all.
I like to tell people how good I am.
I was going to say, he's heard a lot from Josh about how good Josh is.
Yep. And it's true, all right? But Donald and I, we've been friends since elementary school, and actually, we are both in my longest running fantasy league. How long? 15 years now we've been doing that about?
The trophy has 10, probably 15 or so total.
Gotcha. Yeah, it took us about 5 years to actually get that trophy, but man, yeah, you're the commissioner, and typically that's it's not really it's kind of a thankless job, right? I just want to thank you here live because I know how much shit you get from all us shitheads. All right.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Really I just need a scheduler. That's all it is.
I don't know if that would help.
Hours of work just trying to figure that out. But yeah.
I think it would be a lot easier if we weren't all jackasses, but it is what it is.
When you're friends with Josh, it comes with the territory. Exactly. Welcome in, Craig. Craig said, thinking about skipping Horse Wednesday. I say nay. Man, nailed it. That's JL's brand of humor. He loves that. And Sully said, in meetings today, can't tune in. I'm crushed. Well, it'll be on YouTube after. We're going to miss you, Sully. Love your comments. And Swamp with the who dat. Double who dat. And I don't see an I cry because I'm at work. So I think Swamp is joining us today. You've been working too hard recently. Glad to have you in here. And what's up, JR? Welcome in. And Anthony says, hi, gentlemen. And Simon, you know what? That's fair. I'm not always the most gentlemanly.
Because you're a girl.
No. Well, you know what?
Nothing wrong with that, Josh. Nothing wrong with that.
I didn't say there was anything wrong with it.
The other day, it was really, it was funny. Z2, I think, was the one who screenshotted a screenshot on his Twitter feed of a tweet that I had made, followed immediately by Jay's tweet. And he was saying, Simon and
Jesus
Jay are
everything.
complete. Yeah, Jay tweeted, what a friend we have in Jesus. And I had just tweeted, POV, my butthole when you sit on the automatic toilet and it flushes. And it was a gif of water splashing in your face. Just completely different vibes. I understand
that got me. I giggled hard at that one.
JR said, best mini segment of the week, Monday mock recap. Well, JR, I'll have you know that we are actually getting a mock recap video this week. I've got the full outline written up, started recording it. Should be done with that today. I know I disappointed with that in the past, but it's coming out. What's up, Jay? Welcome in. We were just talking about you. And Swamp says, dang it, James Conner's with the Cardinals, and I have Chase. I forget who said it yesterday, but they said that this is honestly best case scenario for Chase Edmonds. They were not going to leave him alone in that backfield, and a back like James Conner is a lot better than drafting one of these high draft capital running backs in the draft. But yeah, I understand the slight disappointment, but I think it could have been a lot worse for Chase Edmonds.
And especially how much James Conner, just his injury history in the past. Yeah, sure. I could see him, getting the most carries for the Cardinals, but, I think this is a good situation for Chase Edmonds. He's still going to be more of the receiving back, and he's still going to get a lot of valuable touches.
I also saw Connor. I think they gave Connor $1.5 million.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
Amir Abdullah almost signed for as much money. Amir Abdullah signed for $990 with Minnesota again, and James Conner barely got more. I was shocked by that amount. What's up, Z2? Welcome in. He said, they boys. Jordan says, hopefully today is more PG than Tuesday. Yeah, for sure. Today's a solid G rating, actually. They said, wait, Sully is
not PG?
I think we were talking a lot about Jordan's tool, and
yes. Okay, by the way, Jordan, I paid for access to your tool, and it really helped with some of the questions today. Your tool, Jordan's got a top tier tool, so if you haven't checked it out, look at his tool a little bit.
Can we get a discount?
Stat head
for all this free promotion.
Jay said I legit LOL to that tweet. Yeah, completely. That was an awesome one. And then Jordan said, never mind, butthole has already been said. We are PG-13 and now I'm too young to be here. And Z2 says, ready for Simon to roast my team. maybe there might be a little bit of a Z2 roast coming in there.
Ooh.
Z2, you've had better teams in the past. This was not your best mock.
Ouch.
I know. I think he knows
Mean.
it too. This was not your absolute best one, but that's why we mock. That's why we do it. You try things out, see if it works in your favor.
That wasn't my best, so I'm ready for the JF roast too.
Dude, Jay's team, spoiler, holy
Yeah.
cow, Jay's team was unreal.
Jay got away with a lot there.
Yeah,
Was he
got
the
away with
number
it.
one pick?
He was the first overall pick,
I
yeah.
feel like whoever has the first overall pick, and it doesn't even matter if it's like dynasty or region, it just feels like that's a really good spot to have, especially this year. Maybe that's just me, but it seems like whoever has that number one overall pick has. We always think we go have to look at all the teams after the mock draft, and they are either number one or two in my mind.
In Superflex, those the wide receiver value that you can get on the turn, on the 2-3 turn, is unbelievable, and it seems to stack well with that quarterback that you take at the one overall spot. It seems
Adams and Hopkins or something like that yesterday.
Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams at the 2-3 turn.
God, that's even
and,
better.
Yeah, disgusting.
Yeah, I ended up going running back. I guess we'll talk about this more, or Simon might talk about it, but I ended up going running back, and I've done that in an actual Superflex Dynasty startup this offseason, and I really just don't like it. I like 104, 105 going running back. Just not a fan.
Yeah, no, it feels gross. Guys, today we are playing Fantasy Horse, as was alluded to in the comments. We've got Donald in to give John, Luke, and Josh a run for their money. I'm going to explain the rules real quick, Josh, because I know you always forget them. And for anyone watching who hasn't played before, how this is going to work is it's a lot like that childhood basketball game you played as a kid, but instead of taking shots, you're going to be answering NFL and fantasy trivia questions. I will propose a question to one of you. Let's say John Luke. John Luke can then choose whether he wants to play or pass said question. If he plays and gets it right, he gets to hand out a letter to either Donald or Josh. If he misses it, he gets a letter. If he passes it to say Donald and Donald gets it right, John Luke gets a letter. Donald gets it wrong, he gets a letter. When you spell horse, you're out. You got to make a horse noise to signify that you did not win. Then the last one standing is the winner.
I forgot to tell you, Donald.
That's not. Don't worry.
Okay, good, perfect. You do have to make a horse noise if you lose, but you're going to lose. I'm playing. I forgot.
Who made the horse noise last week? Who did the?
I did.
Oh yeah, no. Someone did a really good horse noise. Well, we had two losers and one winner. Probably.
Jeff Lambert did the 101 of horse noises that we've ever had on the show.
Really good.
It was unreal.
Ooh,
I thought there was a horse.
Put that on Twitter.
It was so good. Z2 says, I'm here for practice. Yeah, honestly, usually your mocks are one of the best. You've been killing it.
You snipe me.
Kev says, Donald. Oh, man. Usually he gives us a bird up. He's really, really excited you're here. He said that before he even said bird up.
I think this is the first time ever he has not just came in and said bird up. So, Donald, you are a special guest, especially for Kevin.
Yeah. Okay, guys. To determine who is going first, I'm going to Donald. Actually, how about this? You can choose. Do you want to go first, second, or third? And then we'll flip for the other two.
Oh, I'll go first.
Donald going first.
Yeah,
John Luke. John Luke, the Pokemon card side or the logo?
Pokemon side.
Okay. And it was the Pokemon side. Do you want to go second or third?
I'll go second.
Yes.
JL is going second. Yes. Josh is bringing up the rear. And we are ready to kick it off. Donald, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Question number 1. How many consecutive years has Travis Kelce finished as the PPR tight end 1? And you can play or pass.
Oh, no.
How many consecutive years?
How many consecutive years?
Recent or just like what's the longest streak?
The answer is the same. I'll just tell you that.
Definitely.
Okay.
Oh, that's a tough one. Let's see.
I'm like trying to work this out in my head a little bit too. I feel like I have a good answer for it, but I don't feel good about it.
I'm just trying to. I'm trying to put him on a draft board and see when he's not at the top of it.
That's actually a really good point. I wouldn't have done it like that.
Remember, you can play or pass.
You can pass. You can pass. I see JL down there. He looks a little nervous. All right, so.
Am I?
I'll pass to Josh.
Josh!
come on, no.
Okay, Josh, what you got? And guys, make sure you are out of the chat.
Yes,
Just
sir.
a reminder, stay out of the comments just in case people are going to be throwing answers in there. We got some smart viewers. I haven't looked yet, but we've also got some dumb viewers. I was just saying we've got some smart viewers.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
I was trying to act confident, Donald, but I have no idea. No, I'm joking. I know it's been at least a good number of years. I was looking at his stats not that long ago, but I feel like there was a year in there where he was like number 2, but I don't even know who he'd be behind. Like Gronk, like 5 years ago. Kittle had a
Benjamin Watson.
I still think I'm stuck between 4 and 5 years, and I can't. I'm gonna just lock in 4 years. I could see it being 3 as well.
I had 3. 3 would have been my guess had I not.
I'm gonna go with 4 years.
Okay, final answer 4.
I would have said 3 too.
Okay, so Travis Kelce was the tight end 1 in 2020. He was the tight end 1 in 2019. He was the tight end 1 in 2018.
Keep going.
He was the tight end 1 in 2017.
Stop.
And he was the tight end 1 in 2016. It's 5 years in a row for Travis Kelce. Guys are off by 1. The last time he was not tight end 1 was in 2015 when he was tight end 8.
Crazy.
So he was tight end 8. So he was drafted 2013.
No.
Didn't play at all.
Josh's reaction is exactly like me putting. Like me on the putting green. Like, no, stop. Oh, God.
I was watching the Masters this weekend, and like my roommate Kevin brought up, so he golfs more than I do, and he's like, "Man, if putting was just easier, I feel like so many more people would want to golf." And I was like, "What are you talking about? Putting is easy.
Putting is the easy fun part.
I wish I could freaking just hit the ball like someone straight and get it to go.
Hitting a
40
straight
yards.
drive is the tough part.
Dude,
not thinking.
You say putting's easy, but have you ever played on like really hard greens? Like you, I wouldn't
say it doesn't matter. It's 1,000 times easier
really
than for me.
Yeah, I completely agree. I would much rather take 4 putts than hit the ball into the water again or hit the ball into the woods.
Me too.
I didn't say I'm good. It's not so easy that I'm like so good at it. It's just easier to be semi-competent at.
I understand. We had some guesses from the chat. Anthony nailed it, guessing 5 years. Said he's totally guessing, but he got it. Swamp says 4 years. Z2 says 4 years. Kev said dibs on being a dumb viewer. You got it. All you, man. Anthony cheering because he got it. And Kev says, are we doing an FYF golf outing? Let's do it. Next time I'm in Baltimore, Front Yard Fantasy Golf Tournament.
Why wait for Simon? Josh, you, me, and Kev should go, and we'll take the GoPro.
Let's make it way. Donald, let's go. You come too.
That was so rude. That was unbelievably rude.
How many times have I asked you to move to
Baltimore, bro? You know, we're not trying to be rude. We're just trying to be realistic.
Sorry, let me just move away from my like 3-year girlfriend in San Antonio, Texas to come live in Baltimore. Yeah, we'll all quit our jobs, move to Baltimore. You can finance us, and then we'll be good to go.
FYF bottom golf outing.
FYF bottom golf outing. And Swamp coming in with the Pokemon news. He says, with the new Hidden Fates out so far, I pulled a Shiny Lapras, Mewtwo, Scizor, and Greninja. That's pretty sick. I haven't opened any Hidden Fates packs, but I was showing them before the stream. I just got my hands on this that I've been hoping to get for a while. That 25th anniversary with the giant cards.
Cool.
It's freaking awesome. I'm so happy that I found it.
Are they giant cards or are you just small size?
Yeah, I'm really little actually. You buy it and they shrink you down so that they look giant. Z2 says Simon, we can go golf on the Texas A. Fine, yeah, you guys go in Baltimore. Me and Z2 are golfing on the Texas A&M course. See you guys.
Have fun.
Go for it, bro.
And Cap said, bird up, I'm in. Brady says, what's up, guys? Work has been crazy. First time I've been able to listen in this week. I'm glad you're here, man. You're here just in time for Donald and for some fantasy horse. Zay says, honey, I shrunk Simon. Donald, I just want to say that was a really good use of the pass. You nailed Josh with a letter. The strategy worked. It always sucks when you pass it and they nail you with a letter. John Luke, we are on to you with the next question, though. Your question is, in Brandon Cook's 7 seasons in the NFL, how many times has he finished outside the top 24 PPR wide receivers? So how many times has Brandon Cooks not been a wide receiver 2 at least?
I'm going to pass this to Josh.
This is the Josh Answers Trivia Show.
I gotta say it real fast. Donald is the resident Brandon Cooks expert. I think Donald has been a fan of Brandon Cooks since his rookie year or something.
Then I made a good move not passing it to Donald.
I don't know if he would know the answer.
I don't know that
to
I would know
this,
it either,
but he definitely knows his shit. How many times has he finished?
I don't know why I'm a Brandon Cooks guy.
It just happens.
I mean, it was when the Ravens were boring, like terribly, awfully boring, and it was Brandon Cooks' rookie year, and the Saints were fun, like they were everything.
Patriots, then Rams.
Yeah, and the Saints were everything the Ravens weren't. So I was like, I'm just gonna check these guys out a little bit. And then Cooks was a rookie that year, and I was like, this is the guy. He's cool. And then it just he became so polarizing because he's a boom bust guy. He kept getting traded, and everybody was like, "There's no volume," and then he finds volume, and then when he should have volume, there isn't volume. So then I just kind of latched on because it became fun at that point. But
I was just talking to Donald about this yesterday, but Donald, he out of anyone I know in fantasy, Donald has guys that he finds every year. And I'm not saying there's not a reason to have them, and he makes sure he gets them. He goes and gets them, which I respect, you know. But anyway, answering this question, I'm thinking it over. So I'm not sure about like his rookie season. I know his last season with the Saints, at least he was absolutely a top, number one receiver, I think. And then his next year with the Patriots, again, and at least a top 24 receiver. And then with the Rams, his first year as a top 24 receiver. The Texans last year he was. So like I've already got 4 seasons where I'm confident he was in there. I'm willing to say there was a 5th with the Saints. And now I'm kind of getting held up where I could see it being 5 or 6. I doubt it's 7, but it could be. I really doubt it's 7.
And remember, I'm asking how many times he finished outside. So the inverse of what you're listing off, just so you know.
Good point. I did not realize that. So it's either 1 or 2 times in my mind that he did not. And I'm going to go with 2. 2.
Okay. Locked in.
Let's go.
Okay. Well, in his rookie year with the Saints in 2014, he was wide receiver 56. He was outside of the top 24.
Good start.
Yeah, he broke his hand or something, right? He didn't play like the last 5 games.
He didn't play the end of the season. And then in 2019, he was wide receiver 62 with the Rams.
Yes.
And those are the only 2 seasons where Brandon Cooks has not been at least the top 24 wide receiver. Brandon Cooks has been, honestly, I could have made this top 20. I could have made this top 17, and it still would have been true. His lowest finish in those 5 seasons where he was at least top 24 was wide receiver 17. Wow. He's been incredible. Donald, I think you latched yourself onto a good player that people continuously underrate. But JL, that was unlike Donald, you had a really poor pass. Josh nailed it. So you get a letter for that one. It is H to H. And Josh, after answering 2 questions, we are on to your question finally. This one's coming towards you. We had some guesses in the chat before that, though. Anthony said 2. Nailed it. So he's 2 for 2. Swamp said 3. Then he said no, 2. You got it, Swamp. Hey. Dan said 2 as well.
Everyone agreed with me.
2.
Let's go.
Either everyone's cheating or this is some like stupid common knowledge that I'm not aware of.
Jordan said 1 initially and then said, I forgot that rookie year. I suck. Yes, Jordan, sorry, you do suck. You were probably too young to play DFS at that point, so we'll forgive you for not remembering it. I think you might have still been in diapers Brandon Cooks' rookie year. It was a minute ago. And then Kev said, what's up, Jor? We got the classic. Now all of his messages are in there. Josh, are you ready for your question?
I am so ready.
Similar to the last one. In Melvin Gordon's 6 seasons in the NFL, how many times has he finished outside the top 24 PPR running backs?
In Melvin Gordon's 6 seasons in the NFL, how many times has he finished outside the top 24 running backs? Okay, so, man, I don't want to give away in case I do decide to pass, but I actually think I could take this one.
The Josh show.
You definitely can. Yeah. What if the whole show is just you guys passing questions to Josh? He would have to win if that would happen for him to answer every question.
Top 24. Okay, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this because I am very confident. Actually, man, I can't believe I'm this confident. But like I just remember when Melvin Gordon got drafted. His rookie year was not like great. It was good. It was good. He was very inefficient. Could he have been a top 24 his rookie year, though? He could have been. I don't think he was, though. I don't think he was. That's the one I'm questioning. And then there was one year where he missed like the entire, like half the season because he was holding out and blah, blah, blah. I don't think he ended up being a top 24 running back that year either. And I think every other year he would have been, including last year. So I'm going to say it twice again.
Josh says twice. Okay. So his rookie year with the Chargers, he finished as RB 48.
Let's go.
I'll read you off his other finishes in order from this
Oh,
year.
no.
Backwards, okay. So in 2020, he was RB 14. In 2019, he was RB 23.
That's horrible. It doesn't matter then.
2018, he was RB 8. 2017, he was RB 5. In 2016, he was RB 7. Josh, It was only 1 year, just his rookie year is the only time Melvin Gordon's been below an RB2.
Damn, bro.
The logic was there. The logic was
I thought you
were right too.
Yeah. And he had 0 touchdowns his rookie year, right? He just couldn't get in the end zone. Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, I believe he had 0 touchdowns his rookie. I remember I drafted him over Todd Gurley.
I was about to say him and Todd Gurley came out
in a redraft league, and it was
a little bit.
It really hurt my feelings having Melvin Gordon when Todd Gurley was on the board, and I picked Melvin Gordon instead.
Well, Todd Gurley had Jeff Fisher that first year, right, or something? Wasn't that? And then
he didn't play till like week 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Ah, man, a long time ago.
Jail. That was the first year you and I were in a league together. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
The year that Todd Gurley and Melvin Gordon were rookies was our first
Zeke's year too, right?
That was our keeper league rookie or first year draft in college.
Zeke the next year?
Yeah, Zeke was the next year, I believe.
Oh.
I might be wrong. There was one other running back though, I think that came out with them that was like hyped up pretty high, but those were the 2 big ones.
Okay, after a full round, JL, you have an H. Josh, you are a certified hoe, and Donald, you're sitting there pretty with no letters. So it is H to H-O to nothing, and we are coming back to you with the next question, Donald. We had some good answers in the chat for this one. Jordan said 2. Swamp said outside. He said 1. Anthony said 2. Z2 said 1. And then Jordan talking about Todd Gurley said he was coming off that torn ACL, and then saying Amir Abdullah, that was the other hyped one. And I said it at the beginning of the show, but like I was so hyped on Amir Abdullah.
So was Donald. That was
I did not, and I held on for way too long. Like every year, I just like, this is the year. This is the breakout year for Amir Abdullah. And
when Dalvin Cook was out this year, he played probably 10, 15 snaps that game, and I was like, oh look, he's going to be back. He's coming.
This is it. Breakout.
Seriously, that's one of Donald's guys. I will say most of Donald's guys do actually end up being something, but Amir Abdullah was one you held on to for a little bit too long, probably. But we just had a conversation last night. You said you're completely done with Lions anyway, so get him out there.
I'm finally done with Amir Abdullah. April 14th, 2021.
Ready to move on. Donald, are you ready for your next question?
Anthony guessed twice. Simon, you skipped over it twice. But...
No, I said Anthony guessed twice.
You did.
You didn't listen.
You didn't get into all of it, but I love what he said there. The yesterday in poll perception, Melvin Gordon or the rookie 106. Rookie 106, boys.
Yeah, that was disgusting. That poll was just
terrible.
Gross. Donald, we are going back to some of my favorite kinds of questions. We do these quite often.
Oh, God.
What I'm asking to do is put these players in order of PPR finish in 2020. Okay. We've got Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones, Giovanni Bernard, the new Buccaneers backfield. I want you to put them in order of PPR finish in 2020.
The new Buccaneers backfield.
And this is total fantasy points, not points per game. I just want to make that clear. This is their finish on the year.
All right.
Jordan says JL is hammered.
Fournette feels like he should be at the front, but I don't think he did anything in the regular season. I think it was all playoffs, and that's all recency bias there.
Playoff Letty.
Jones he's so weird anyway. Like, he's so lame, but he's not. And he's the perfect
same way
in the middle of this list. And then Bernard, Mixon was out for so long, and then I feel
Remember,
like
you can play or pass.
I know. I'm trying to keep myself to answer this.
I know.
All right, I'm going to answer.
Okay.
Highest to lowest, I'm gonna say
I was kind of hoping I was going to get all the
Jones,
questions today. But
Fournette,
whatever.
Bernard.
You're saying what?
Jones, Fournette, Bernard, highest to lowest.
Jones, Fournette, Bernard. Okay, so Ronald Jones was the RB20.
Sounds like a
And
very
was the-
successful law
Burnett.
firm.
Jones, Fournette, Bernard, attorneys at law.
Very successful.
Esquires.
Jones was the RB20 this year, and he was the top of this list. He was the highest scorer. Giovanni Bernard finished as the RB30, and Leonard Fournette finished as the RB35. Giovanni Bernard was second. So the right order was Jones, Bernard, Fournette. Donald, unfortunately, you get a letter. That one was a little tricky. Fournette had some missed games in there, but Bernard also wasn't the starter for most of the season. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I didn't realize Bernard
running back 30. That's pretty good.
Decent, right? That's a usable running back throughout the season.
Mixon missed a lot of time, but still, I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like most years, like you can always plug and play him for like 4 or 5 weeks for whatever reason. And I feel like that didn't happen as much last year. Like I feel like he wasn't.
You're right, actually.
So, and then like P. Ryan was taking touchdowns, and it was like you're waiting for that Bernard game to get like the Nyheim Hines kind of game for him to be like, oh, he's legit. You can use him, and that
didn't happen. Yeah, I kept starting him.
Everyone was starting
one dynasty league this year, just hoping that I needed those points. We had some guesses from the chat. Z2 said Rojo, Lenny, Gio. He agreed with you. Anthony said Bernard, Rojo, Lenny. Close, but also wrong. Swamp said Jones, Fournette, Bernard. So he agreed with you as well. Jordan nailed it, though. Jones, Bernard, Lenny. Jordan, you were the only one that got it right. Nice work.
Job, Jordan. Good job.
You got it.
Jordan.
So Donald, I'm sorry, but you're on the board. You got an H now. You're sitting there with JL. But JL, we are now on to your question. And
lay it on me.
You probably guessed it. There's a little bit of a theme here. I want you to put these players in order of PPR finish in 2020. Same kind of theme. We're going with a new player joining an existing core of players. We've got DJ Chark, Marvin Jones, and Laviska Shenault. Can you put these 3 players in order of PPR finish in 2020?
Marvin Jones, Laviska Shenault, and DJ Chark.
Do.
I'm going to stay quiet over here.
Jordan said, thanks, Anthony. I'm a hoe, and you're an H. We play our own horse game in the chat.
I was about to say, how do you spell horse? Because H-O-E?
Yeah, he's throwing some extra letter. That's like in Hangman. Yeah. You're like, no, put shoes on him. No, put shoes on him.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you playing or passing, JL?
Got to do the whole face, eyeballs and nose, mouth.
I think I'm going to play.
Okie dokie. What you got?
It didn't work for me passing last time.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure where I was going to go here, so I'm fine with you playing.
Anthony says, I always remain a hoe. Man, me too, Anthony.
Obviously. You and me both.
I'm going to go Jones, Shenault, Chark.
Locked it in?
Yeah.
Okay. Marvin Jones.
Switched Shenault and Chark, but I could see Shenault having a better year. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Reading there just made my brain explode. I don't even know how to process that.
The hype he's been getting, though. He's been getting a ton of hype. People are loving Shenault.
Marvin Jones was by far the leader of this group. He was the wide receiver 18 last year. Had a really good season. I feel like
I don't know about the last two.
He quietly does that. Laviska Shenault JL was the wide receiver 46.
What was it?
Wide receiver 46 for Laviska. So quite a bit below Marvin Jones. And DJ Chark was the wide receiver 49. You got it, JL. You got it.
I thought I was wrong.
I know. I knew whenever I said 46.
I knew they were both close. I would have gone the other way.
Yeah, so JL, where's that letter going? Are you making Josh an HOR, however you want to pronounce that? Or are you making Donald a certified ho?
Give it to me.
What's the score?
It is H to HO to H.
Yeah, give it to Josh.
Yeah. Good call.
Josh, I still got now. You are now HOR. And Josh, your question, there might be some protests from the other two. I'm not asking you to put 3 things in order. But again, it is players on a new team. I wanted to stick with that theme. Who scored more PPR fantasy points in 2020? Hunter Henry or Jonnu Smith? These are the two new Patriots tight ends. Who had the better 2020?
It's a trap.
It's a trap. It's a trap. I don't know.
Yeah, that's brutal.
I don't know at all. I'm having a lot of trouble with this one. Hunter Henry, did he miss some games? I know you can't really don't answer. I'm just trying to. I mean, like he didn't have that good of a year, Hunter Henry. Jonnu Smith didn't have that. They both kind of failed to meet expectations.
So you playing or passing?
I can't. I don't know. I'm gonna play.
Okay. You got a 50-50 shot. It'd be real wimp move to pass a 50-50 question, Josh.
I'm really having trouble with this one. I could see them being in the same exact spot. I'm gonna go with Jonnu Smith.
Josh,
I don't know. I don't know.
just tell me when you're locked
I'm
in.
gonna go with Jonnu Smith.
Josh locked in with Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith.
Okay.
Let's go.
So just a little bit of other knowledge. They both played 14 games this year. So they both did miss a little bit of time. They both played in 14 games. So that's equal. We don't even have to worry about the points per game nonsense messing this question up.
I would have went Jonnu too, Josh.
Jonnu Smith had 140.2 points and finished as the tight end 16 in PPR.
Oh, that's not that good. That's not that
Why
good.
did it seem like he was so much better?
That's not that good.
Hunter Henry finished with 145.3 fantasy points and was the tight end 12. Josh, you were wrong. It was Hunter Henry. It was Hunter Henry. I'm so sorry, Josh. That's another letter for you.
I hate this game.
And just like that, you are knocking on death's door. Through 2 rounds, you are now 1 letter away from losing, while JL and Donald both just have an H. It is
Okay.
H to HORS to H. We had some guesses in the chat. Swamp said Smith. Anthony said Hunter Henry did, I think. And then Jay said Henry. Jonnu did poop when Brown came back healthy. And then Jordan said Henry as well. Z2 said Jonnu because of the TDs. Anthony said Henry had a good year. He called it. He said Josh
gonna
was
have
gonna
it.
choke.
I choked so hard. My brain went back and forth like 12 different times. Like it's Smith. Oh, it's yeah.
That is a close one.
Man.
I feel like Smith was like beginning of the season, like dropping those like 15, 20 guys, and then like
First few weeks.
Like the first couple weeks, you're like pumped to watch Red Zone, and you're like scheduling your day around it. Like,
Absolutely.
New zone.
He kind of disappeared. Yeah.
I had Red Zone like 5 years ago for the first time, and I loved it. But I haven't had it again since this past NFL season, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a NFL season without it. You know, like going forward.
Sunday ticket is the shit right there.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
you get to watch like up to 4 games at a time, and they have Red Zone. It's not the same as NFL Red Zone. It's like DirecTV Red Zone with Andrew Siciliano, but it's basically the same.
You know what? Siciliano underrated as a Red Zone host. I know everyone loves Hansen, but Siciliano is awesome. I almost prefer him, and I know that's blasphemy to some of you, but I really like him as a Red Zone host. And I think
like the same like price wise.
I don't know what the price is for normal Red Zone. It's like I don't know how much, honestly, Sunday ticket.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
I'll send you the info after, but
yeah.
Okay, guys. After 2 full rounds, JL has an H, Josh has an HORS, and Donald has an H.
I'm gonna win.
Is getting destroyed.
I'm
just gonna let you guys know these next 3 questions are some of my favorite questions I've ever written.
Excellent.
They're all in the same vein, and I just think they're so fun. They're they're different than what we've asked before. Maybe you guys will hate them, but I do think they're really fun questions. Anthony said Jonnu fizzled out. It was like Tortoise and the Hare. And Zichi said Sunday Ticket Red Zone is amazing. Yeah, I agree. Though I've never had Sunday Ticket. I would never watch it illegally, but somehow I have seen it. That
You've
would
been to
not.
my house.
I would not. Yeah, I fly to Baltimore every Sunday to watch it at JL's house.
I'll be honest. My Sundays consisted of the Ravens on the big screen TV and on a smaller TV right next to it, Red Zone. And if the Ravens weren't playing, Red Zone on the big TV.
Yeah. I usually have like the live TV, whatever game is in market, because you can't watch in market games on Sunday Ticket.
Oh,
And so
gotcha.
you get the one on the big screen and then the quad.
Donald, are you ready for your next question?
Ready? I'm excited now.
Okay.
The hoers.
Here's the question. Since 2015, there have been 23 wide receivers drafted in the first round of the NFL draft. Of these 23, only 4 have ever had a top 12 PPR wide receiver finish. Name
That's why
3
it
of
took
them.
you like 3 hours to come up with questions.
This one, the courtesy of Jordan's tool.
Yeah, I could see
courtesy of
how that
Jordan's
tool could actually really help putting this stuff together.
So
Yeah,
since
seriously.
2015, there have been 23 first-round wide receivers in the NFL draft, and only 4 of those have ever had a top 12 PPR wide receiver finish.
Ever?
Ever.
So it's
since
not
2015.
It's not rookie year, right? It's just that.
Not
Yes,
rookie
yeah.
year. No.
Wow.
Ever.
That's
I went rookie
crazy.
straight away, and I was like, oh my god.
No, this has ever had a top 12 PPR wide receiver finish. I was shocked by the number, like truly and absolutely shocked that it was only 4. Yeah, it was surprising to me. Now, again, if you take this back a couple years, the numbers change a bit, but this is just since 2015.
I see.
You're gonna play or pass this one?
I don't know.
3 of them.
And
Receivers
peek
are-
behind the curtain. I picked 3. You guys have watched me answer questions before because in my mind there's 2 that everyone should get, and a third one I just want to push a little bit to grab the third one. So that's why
I've got 2 written down right now. So I guess maybe I'm going along your path.
I think I'm gonna play, and
Brave man.
Very brave man.
I'm gonna say Calvin Ridley. I'm gonna say Justin Jefferson just because I think it's cute, and I'm gonna regret it in a little bit. And I really hope he's not too old, but I'm gonna say Odell.
So yeah,
locking in.
Justin Jefferson was a good pick.
Yeah,
Locked in with those 3. Okay. Well, Calvin Ridley and Justin Jefferson were the 2 that I thought definitely should have been picked. They're in recent memory. They both just finished in the top 12 this past year. You nailed those 2. The other 2 wide receivers since 2015 that have been drafted that have had a top 12 season.
Is who I had written down.
Amari Cooper is one of them.
I forgot Calvin Ridley actually.
And the other one is Devontae Parker. Odell Beckham was the 2014 draft, I believe. Devontae Parker had a top 12 PPR wide receiver season. So it was Calvin Ridley, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Parker, and Amari Cooper are the only 4 first-round wide receivers since 2015 to have a top 12 season. I thought it was absolutely wild. Donald, unfortunately, you got 2 out of 3, but I asked for 3 of them, so you got another letter. You are now a Ho, and JL, you're an H. Josh, H-O-R.
It was a good guess.
I don't know how I didn't think of Cooper.
It gets tough as you start going back, trying to remember, like, was it 14 or 15?
I was going around the division. I was in that division when I landed on Odell, and I was like, I'm just going to go with it. And if I would have waited 10 seconds, I probably would have gotten to the Cowboys and, well, the current Cowboys, I guess.
Jordan says Josh is a hoers in my book.
Yes, I am.
And Jordan said it's because of you using the StatHead tool. It is. These questions are all courtesy of StatHead. The next 2 as well. Spoiler alert, they're in a very similar vein to that question. Zeech said, traded my Netflix password for Sunday ticket password. What percentage chose side A? What percent would choose Netflix over
off season or during season?
Yeah, that's a thank you, Dale. Thank you. That is
off season 0%.
Brady said Justin Jefferson for sure. Swamp said Odell, I guess. So he was agreeing with you there. Anthony said Odell, Michael Thomas, and Justin moving on up Jefferson. You were just a year too early. I believe both those guys were 2014.
And Michael Thomas was a 2nd-round pick.
Oh, that might have been what it was. Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill. I don't think Tyreek Hill was a 1st-round pick either. I think Tyreek Hill fell into the 2nd round, right?
4th, I think.
4th round, 3rd-round pick. He really fell. Justin Jefferson, Michael Thomas, and Calvin Ridley. The MT1 got them. And Jordan said Odell is the 3rd. It is not. Anthony said, I suck at this game. You nailed the first 2 questions, Anthony. Don't come saying that. And Brady says the draft capital for receivers doesn't matter as
since
much.
2015.
Since 2015. There's a bigger sample size. But yeah, we've I think the point is not that draft capital doesn't matter, but that there is value at receiver to be found outside of these 1st-round wide receiver first round wide receivers.
Some of them you still need to wait a little bit, right? Like
T. Higgins, CD Lamb.
Moore,
yeah, these guys are gonna.
Yeah, I have a feeling that number will go up in the coming years. But Anthony said this is random, but what would you guys think Preston Williams is worth? Mid-third? Donald, what do you think Preston Williams is worth in Dynasty?
Oh God. I think that's a little expensive, but I don't know. It's one of those teams that they're just so weird. They're like 5 teams where I can't process what they are, and I just don't like it.
It's the Jets, the Lions, the Raiders, the Dolphins.
The Raiders is a good one.
Yeah, I feel like you're probably giving up. I feel like he's probably not worth a third. I'd probably rather take a shot on a rookie. I could probably get in the third. If it's a super flex league, absolutely not.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, that sounds ridiculous, but I'm almost done with Preston Williams. Sorry, Preston Williams truthers. Like, I'd trade a fourth for him, but even a third, probably not. That's where I stand. Jordan just letting us know that the Dolphins took Leonte Carew and Jakeem Grant in the same class as Tyreek Hill. I'm guessing before him. Brady agreeing with saying Preston Williams is Kurtzfeld, not worth a third, in my opinion.
It depends on how big your league is too, and if it's one QB or super flex. That definitely changes the value of that third.
Yeah,
but I agree with what these guys said.
So Swamp wants to know, if we assume Justin Fields is going to the 49ers and he starts, where does he fall in a super flex dynasty startup draft? Yeah, second or third round, probably. Know what I mean? Like that's probably exactly where he falls. I think he nailed it.
Super flex.
Super
flex.
So in a dynasty super flex rookie draft.
No, just in a dynasty super flex startup. If rookies are included. Like if rookies are included.
Oh yeah. Josh. Third round of the rookie draft.
In the rookie draft, Justin Fields is I'm going to sound crazy probably. Here. If he gets drafted by the 49ers at third, I'll draft him over Trevor Lawrence.
Wow.
I'm seriously, like no joke. His rushing ability, he will be more valuable in fantasy, at least the first couple of years, in my mind, a lot more valuable than Trevor Lawrence. That's saying a lot.
If he goes to the 49ers, is what you're saying.
Yes. If he goes to the 49ers with the third overall pick, I'm willing to draft him over Trevor Lawrence.
Swamp says over Trevor. That's a hot take. Not I, said Simon. Not I, also said JL. Donald, what about you?
Well, the Jaguars are one of my gross teams, so I would rather Justin Fields too.
Really?
I don't know that he. I mean, I know that the assumption is that he starts, but I think that's going to be messy. I don't think it's like Lawrence. He's going to start until he can't, and I think 49 is going to be messy. Like it seems like they're going to at least send Garoppolo out. Like I can't think of there's another team that just did that.
Send trade him, you mean?
No. Just randomly he doesn't start one game. Sort of like the Eli Manning, Daniel Jones.
With Josh Herbert. Tyrod Taylor was starting over and over.
Josh Herbert.
Josh Herbert. Damn it, Josh getting in my head. Guys, if you are enjoying this so far, watching Josh get curb stomped, or if you need a palate cleanser to go back and seeing Josh winning a game or two, all of our old videos are on our YouTube channel at Front Yard Fantasy. You can follow us there, subscribe, and on Twitch at Front Yard Fantasy. You can find all of our old videos. I promise Josh wins in a lot of those, but today it's looking bad for you, Josh. You're gonna need a fourth quarter comeback. JL, are you ready for your question?
I am, Captain.
So JL. Since 2015, 10 running backs have been drafted in the first round of the NFL draft. Of these 10, only 3 have never had a top 10 PPR RB finish. Name 2 of them.
10 running backs have been drafted in the first. Wow.
We have never had a top 10 PPR finish.
7 of them have had a top 10 PPR finish.
All right, I know one for sure. One of them is Rashad Penny. I'm taking this, by the way.
No, you can pass.
No, one of them is definitely Rashad Penny because I got burned by him so many times since 2015.
How many are there?
3.
I think I have them. I'm not sure. There's one guy I'm questioning, and I probably would have just said him right away, and then I would have been like, "Oh, right, I forgot about that."
Didn't have a top 10. Gosh. Gosh, I don't know.
Ding-a-ling. Come on. TikTok.
TikTok.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, I'm going Rashad
This
Penny,
is a tough one.
and I'm going.
What's up, Troy? Just in time to see JL choke
Ooh,
on this
Troy.
question. Welcome in.
I don't like that. Oh man.
This is great, JL. This is really fun to watch.
I'm gonna go Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Rashad Penny.
Obviously, that's right.
Well,
Yeah.
JL, for all the time you spent saying you didn't know, I was going to mock you for not getting Clyde Edwards-Helaire just this past year. But Clyde Edwards-Helaire,
I was forgetting about him to begin with. For some reason, I have a blind spot with like just this past year. Like whenever what was the previous question, Justin Jefferson, totally slipped my mind.
well, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is correct. Sony Michel was another one, and Rashad Penny was the third. You got it, JL. Where's that letter going?
It's gonna go.
Are you knocking Josh out?
No, I'm gonna keep Josh in. This is going to Donald. I'm sorry, Donald.
It makes it more fun for me.
Donald, you are an HOR. Josh, you are an HORS, and JL is killing it with just an H.
Fun story about that, the Sony Michel thing, and I know why Josh knew it, because he, in our home league draft that year, I think he drafted every year he drafts as many first-round running backs as he can, and then he comes in and says, "Did you know since X year, blank percentage of first-round running backs will be whatever?" And I know we drafted Sony Michel that year, and I know you drafted probably 3 others in the years surrounding that too.
I love drafting high. I've always loved drafting high draft capital rookie running backs because they can just come in and they can win the job very easily. Sometimes it takes a few weeks, but like we just saw this past year, look at all the running backs that I draft capital. They're all very valuable going into next year.
Though. Rashad Penny, Sony
It
Michel.
did suck. It's
Ronald Jones.
so hard.
Royce Freeman.
Royce Freeman. God, that was the one that really hurt my feelings. We had some guesses. Anthony said Sony and Penny. Nailed it. Brady said Rashad Penny is easy money.
I wasn't sure if Sony
Coleman,
made it to a top 10 that year. Because I know he came out of the gate strong. But
I think he was like 21. I think that was his best finish. If I'm not
so
mistaken.
many touchdowns that year.
Yeah, that's what I was going back and forth on.
So I'm saying maybe Duke Johnson. I don't think Duke Johnson was a first round pick, but I may be wrong there.
I don't think so either. I don't think Yeldon was either.
Z2 said Penny, CEH, and Jordan nailed all 3. Said Clyde, Penny, and Michelle. Josh, after that, we are coming to you with another similar question. Are you ready for this one?
Yes, sir.
Since 2015, 6 tight ends have been drafted in the first round of the NFL draft. Of these 6, only one has never had a top 10 PPR tight end finish. Name that player. So 5 of the 6 first-round tight ends since 2015 have been a top 10 PPR tight end. One of them has not. Who is that player?
And you can't pass it because both Donald and I didn't pass. So you
could pass.
You would be a coward if you pass it.
What are you going to do, Josh? Are you playing or passing?
I'll pass it to JL. I have an idea. I have an idea of who this could be. I think, but I don't feel comfortable enough at all. And I'm not going to lose just like taking a random guess. JL, please get it wrong.
Oh, I hate you, Josh.
I'm really glad I'm not involved in this.
Oh, God, I hate ever since someone called it a schoolgirl giggle in the chat, I get self-conscious every time I do it.
I think Maria did.
Ugh.
Very manly laugh. I have.
Yeah. Joe, what are you doing here?
I'm gonna
go.
go.
I have to answer, but what's your answer?
I'm gonna go OJ Howard.
OJ Howard is your answer.
That's who I had in mind. I swear to God.
Are you locked in?
But
yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna read
that's what I had in mind, but I was not confident enough because I think he had one good season, maybe.
I'm going to read you the 6 tight ends that have been drafted in the first round since 2015. In 2019, we had TJ Hawkinson and Noah Fant. In 2018, we had Hayden Hurst. And in 2017, we had OJ Howard, Evan Ingram, and David Njoku. Those were the players. Does that change your answer at all, JL? It's too late. You're locked in with OJ Howard, but those are the 6 players. David Njoku, Evan Ingram, OJ Howard, Hayden Hurst, Noah Fant, and TJ Hawkinson.
Could be Njoku.
Could be. No, I'm sticking with Howard.
Well, you got.
Well, Evan Ingram, Noah Fant, and TJ Hawkinson all have definitely had a top 10 finish. In 2018, one of OJ Howard and David Njoku finished as the tight end 9. That was David Njoku. OJ Howard is the only one that never finished as a top 10 tight end. Josh, you are knocked out. You are officially a horse after passing that one to JL. Josh, you know what we need from you.
No.
Wait.
No, I don't like this. I don't like this. All right.
Center yourself, horsey.
God,
Giddy up. Whoa, boy. Down.
Wow, that was so good, Josh. That was incredible.
Thank you.
Okay, Josh, you are now knocked out.
Go
Donald,
great.
we are back to you with the next question. We're done with that type of questions. This question's a little bit simpler. 3 different QBs caught a touchdown pass in 2020. Name one of them.
Oh my God.
You can pass or play.
Oh my.
I'll play. I don't know it
I
yet.
think I know someone.
We had a lot of David Njoku guesses on the last one, by the way. Jay said Njoku, Jordan said Njoku, but Anthony nailed it again with OJ
Anthony.
Howard.
Oh,
Hello,
man.
vegetarian. It's a vegetarian thing.
And Anthony said JL for president.
Both
Anthony
of
for
those
president.
answers made sense. I forgot. Yeah, Njoku's top. I mean, yeah, it's kind of easy to be a top 10 tight end nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what Fant was throwing me off. I wasn't sure if Fant has finished top 10, but he did.
I'll be honest. I completely forgot about Fant. I remembered Hawk. I remembered Evan Ingram. I think I remember all the other guys.
Donald, are you going to play or pass this question?
I'm going to play. And there are 2 guys I can't get out of my head, and I don't know why. Well, 3 guys, really. And I don't.
So, time out. I have an addendum to make to this question. It was 4 quarterbacks. So that is my mistake. There were 4 quarterbacks.
How dare you?
You're
How
fired.
dare you? Yeah, get out of here, Simon. Just leave.
Still, I only need one of them, though.
Just kidding. We love you, Simon.
I don't know why that threw me for a loop, but it did. Am I allowed to say Taysom Hill?
You're allowed to say him. He's definitely a quarterback.
I think I'll say that.
Either receiving or rushing touchdown.
It's called a touchdown. So
I can see him catching one, but it might have been in the playoffs, or I'm just making it up entirely.
Are you locking in with Taysom Hill for caught a touchdown pass? This is a receiving touchdown.
Yeah, I know what it is.
I'll be honest. I thought I had someone in mind, and I don't even think that person actually caught a touchdown pass. Now I'm thinking about it, so I don't even know who I would go with.
I'm not saying Hill. I'm gonna say Trubisky, and I don't know why, but that's the first person that popped in my head. He seems
Mitch
fun enough,
Trubisky.
and the offense is weird enough that he would be catching a pass.
Milky Trubilky.
I
So-
can see that.
Locked in?
Locked in.
Okay. The reason I added 4 is on Pro Football Reference. Taysom Hill is listed as a wide receiver, not a quarterback. He is a quarterback. Taysom Hill is one of the 4. The other 3 are Josh Allen, Dak Prescott.
Damn.
Dak Prescott caught a touchdown pass.
Yes, I remember
and
that.
Cam Newton caught a touchdown pass.
Cam Newton was the guy I had
Mitch
in mind.
Trubisky did
I
not
swear to
catch one
God.
this year. That is a letter for you, Donald. You are now an
Allen's the other one.
HORS. Jill, how the hell are you still sitting at just an H?
Magic.
Because
I was
you're
so unlucky
smart.
yesterday. I was so unlucky yesterday that it's all coming back today.
He saved all this luck for today's show.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, JL, this is for this one's for
Well, I
the
have
win.
one more thing. I couldn't
What's
get
up?
that. I think it was the Thanksgiving game when Stafford caught the ball, like at the
Yes.
sideline end zone thing. I couldn't get that out of my head, and I was like, I don't think he scored because I thought he
didn't
did
score, yeah.
I was like, that's a touchdown, and they didn't review it or they didn't overturn it or whatever. And I couldn't get that out of my head either. And I think that might have been what led me to Trubisky because I was picking the same kind of team, same division.
Yeah, absolutely.
everything.
And I thought of Daniel Jones for a second just because of that run where he fell over and he didn't
Oh,
score.
yeah.
And
Oh,
he
yeah.
didn't catch the ball either. So I don't know.
I love
Yeah,
that play.
I understand.
Kev said the Saints guy, that fake QB. What's his name? What's that Saints guy's name? Then Jordan came in and said Taysom Hill. He said, yeah, I pick him. And then he said, did I save you, Simon? Kev, you did save me. As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, shit. He definitely had a receiving touchdown.
Actually really smart.
So you saved me. Anthony said, I'm going to say Josh Allen. Well, you got it right. Swamp said Taysom Hill. You nailed it. But actually, he changed his mind and said Patrick Mahomes. Almost said Josh Allen. Almost got it. Calvin Hobby said Taysom. And Jay said JL is smart. And I don't know about that. We'll see right here. And Kev said, finally got something right. You nailed it, Kev. Do a victory dance. JL, we are on to you. This question is for the victory. If you get this right, it is game over. But if you get it wrong, the game continues. Donald, unfortunately, your fate is in JL's hands right here.
That's not what you want.
JL, your question is, there's a typo in here. Let me just fix that real quick.
No.
Alvin Kamara tied for the most receiving touchdowns by a running back in 2020 with 5. Who was the other running back that also had 5 receiving touchdowns? So there were 2 running backs that led the league in receiving touchdowns with 5 each. Alvin Kamara is one of them. Who is the other? Josh, you think you know?
I have a guess. I definitely don't think I know.
See, could be McKissick. He had a lot of receiving work. I don't know that he had touchdowns, though. Naheem Hines comes to mind. Kareem Hunt comes to mind.
Good.
I'm going to go Kareem Hunt. I don't know if he was the most, though. I'm going to go with Hunt. He carried you to victory, Simon. I'm hoping he'll carry me to victory here.
Locked in? You sure?
Lock it in.
Okay.
I like it. I didn't think about him, but sounds right.
It's going to be McKissick or something. David Montgomery or something.
Oh, I like Aaron Jones.
I thought for sure I was gonna trick you with this one, JL, but it was in fact Kareem Hunt with 5 receiving touchdowns. You saw straight through it, and you won Fantasy Horse today. Donald, I am so sorry, but that is your final letter. And JL, you are the victor with just an H. That's gross.
He ripped us up.
I thought that was going to be Mike Davis. I can just see him being scrapped.
Oh, I didn't even think of him.
That's what I thought of right away.
Now that you said it, and if I thought of him, I would have said Mike Davis over Kareem Hunt. If I knew they were both like, it was who had more receiving touchdowns, I don't know.
Robinson,
it's
maybe.
So close.
Mike Davis had 2 receiving touchdowns. McKissick had 2 as well, and Robinson. Robinson had, that is Allen Robinson, not James Robinson. James Robinson had 3.
How many did Hines have?
Again, I'm looking up Aaron Jones.
Everybody.
Aaron Jones had 2.
Wow.
And Naeem Hines had 4. He was right up.
Close.
Yeah.
So there were only 2 with 5, though. Kareem Hunt and Alvin Kamara. Nice pull on that one, JL. Donald, we're going to have to ask you for a horse noise.
All right. I'm just going to do a grumpy horse.
I love that.
Oh, that is the grumpiest horse we've ever had on
That's horse taking a poop.
Oh, man. That was awesome. Kev said, let's go.
Let's go.
Swamp said Cook for this one. Z2 said Hines. Anthony said, if you watch a fantasy game show at 3 p.m., you better get some of these right. Otherwise, maybe you should pick up a new hobby. Maybe they just tune in because they like us, Anthony. Jay said Aaron Jones. Too bad. Anthony said Cook. And Jay said JL is going with Kareem Hunt. He did.
How did you know?
Got it right. Aaron Jones for Brady. Hines said, Swamp said Hines.
Hines, good guess.
And Brady said, wow, I'm impressed. I never would have guessed Kareem Hunt in jail. Honestly, I did not think you were going to guess Kareem Hunt.
Because you beat me in so many stupid leagues with Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt, honestly, is probably the player that was most responsible for like my fantasy championships this year. Just the like getting that value on running back. Kareem Hunt was awesome. Guys, Donald, thank you so much for coming to play with us. This was awesome. I'm sorry that jail knocked you out, but at least you got to beat the shit out of Josh. Just
not even close.
Into the ground.
I have nightmares about that Taysom Hill answer for quite a while.
Oh man! Hey, Donald,
smash that thumbs up. Thank you, Jay, for saying that, guys. And if you do not already subscribe to us, please do that. It helps us out so much. Means a lot. And if you do not follow Donald, he is on Twitter at Donald Gibson FF, and check him out on Fantasy Pros. He's a contributor and ranker over there. Guys, just for fun, I had a couple more questions. I'm going to throw one more of them to you guys, just that I thought was a fun question. But I want to know, and you guys can throw out answers. We can talk about this. Which player with at least 100 targets led the league in yards per reception?
Oh, I feel like I looked this up once.
Led the league in yards per reception.
So I'll give you a hint. The top two in yards per reception were MVS and Nelson Aguilar. Yards per reception, but neither of them had 100 targets. So they do not qualify. So it was MVS, Nelson Aguilar, and then this guy was third overall and first with at least 100 targets.
Yeah, I could see Marquise Brown being in there around that area. Let's see. Tyreek Hill, I think he got a lot of short targets this year, more than I think past years. I don't know if it would be him. Yards per reception.
Another hint: this was one of only 3 players above 18 yards per reception. So
not
the
Robbie
top 3,
Anderson, right? They have too many short.
Not Robbie Anderson, but you are close.
DJ Moore.
What
does that mean?
It is DJ Moore. DJ Moore led the league in yards per reception of wide receivers with at least 100 targets. He was third overall, only behind MVS and Nelson Aguilar. Surprising. At least I thought so.
I don't even view him as like a deep threat necessarily. I know he's fast, but like I don't know. That's interesting. Very interesting.
He was always the middle possession guy, especially with Anderson.
Yeah.
Well, at least he wasn't. That's what I thought he was.
It's just so strange because like going into the season, like Teddy Bridgewater has never been known as like that deep ball guy. He's been known more of like the check down guy, find the open receiver over the middle kind of deal. And that's why I thought DJ Moore was gonna have such a good season. But it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, he was used oddly last year compared to what you probably thought. Z2 said the villain has won yet again. He is inevitable. Another one by the villain. And Jay says, I have a question for Josh. What makes fantasy fun?
Well, trading makes fantasy fun, silly. Dave, you know this, Donald?
Silly.
You know this, Donald? Trading makes fantasy fun. You know that?
I have heard this.
I wish we did more trades. We're just like too smart though, so we try to attack the lower guys. No,
Anthony said, no wonder he did so bad. Why are they throwing it to him so deep? Yeah, it was weird usage. You're probably onto something there. And Mike said, dang, I was thinking DK or JJ, not DJ Moore. Yeah, that was a tricky one. Maybe I should have mixed up the order and just given that one to JL to extend the game. But I don't play Puppet Master. I just asked the questions in the order I wrote them. Donald, thank you again so much for coming on. Anything you want to say? Anything you want to plug before you jump off?
No, not really. Just see me on Twitter. I know I retweeted your guys' stuff and you retweeted mine and all that. So you can find me there. It was fun. Again, gonna think about Taysom Hill till the end of the time. Okay.
We'll have to have you back to exact your revenge on JL.
And I want you back so I can beat you.
When you changed it to 4, I immediately was like, that's because Taysom Hill is a weird person. And then I was like, I'm overthinking this. I need to go back to where I was before. And I was afraid I was giving up too information there, but I might have just given up so much information that it seemed like too obvious that it was Taysom Hill.
I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
JR says, great show again, people. Thank you, JR. Appreciate it. And Z2 says 25 trades have happened in the Infinity Stone startup. We are in round 6. Nice. That is a fun league. Awesome. And Kev
says, in a couple dynasty startups last year where it was just like that 25 trades, like by round 6. So much fun. I have a feeling that you already have your draft picks maybe assigned going into this, because that really generated a lot of trades in the dynasty leagues I did last year, where you already have your draft picks available and you're able to trade them during the draft. You can really make a lot happen.
I think he said rookies were included in the draft.
I could be wrong.
So I believe that's what he said.
Fun mother league.
Kev said silly. He's just saying it was a silly day. And JR says recaps make Mock Monday fun. It's coming, JR. That is a promise from me. Scouts honor. I was a Cub Scout for 1 day, so it counts. And Anthony said there's a photo of the man Aaron Donald punched. Check it out. You know what? I don't think I will. I don't want to ruin my appetite for the rest of the day. Guys, we are out. We will be back tomorrow and every weekday, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. We will see you then. Anything else you guys want to say? Josh got his words in. John, Luke, Donald.
I'm good.
Okay. Adios, everyone. We will see you tomorrow.
Yeah.